Hi, my name's Stuart from ERGOS, and today we're talking about AI and the way that AI can solve business problems for us. I'm joined by Ollie from autoMEE. Hi, Ollie.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And could you just introduce yourself
Yeah,
and
for
tell
sure.
us a bit about what you do at
Absolutely.
autoMEE?
My name's Oliver. I work for autoMEE. We're based in Poland, Gdansk, and I'm an AI transformation expert, which essentially means I'm a consultant for other businesses, going into them, looking at their processes, how they operate, and then working from there with our sort of developers at autoMEE to find AI solutions that fit them.
Exciting work, I should imagine,
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
and very much of the moment.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely the talk of the town. So
Yeah, no,
it's
exciting times.
definitely.
So today we're talking about mainly the SME client base.
Yeah,
They tend to be who we're working with,
for sure.
um, and it's more of the people that are maybe owner-led companies
Yeah,
that haven't got massive budgets and aren't working at the bleeding edge of technology, but they've heard a lot about AI and how it can solve business problems, and they're kind of wondering how to do it. Um, how would you approach? How would you ask a business owner where to start?
so I think for the main thing, the processes of the business really determine what is available to them. So, um, you know, you need to understand where your bottlenecks are,
Yeah,
what is preventing you from scaling, especially in the startup phases of a company,
yeah,
because these are where the solution is going to lie, and this is where you're going to be able to grow and where the AI is going to really have its benefit.
yeah,
Um, almost like a self-assessment. How do we operate? What parts of the business are not operating at a high efficiency, or the productivity is not quite there, the service isn't quite there.
yeah.
Could be internal or external, and then reflect on that. And then by the time you come speak to an AI specialist like ourselves, you have that sort of ammo, and we can really just get stuck into finding a solution that is practical.
Yeah, I guess I think the way that I'd maybe start to look at it is the lower levels, that maybe some of the admin heavy repetitive tasks. Is
Definitely,
that right?
definitely some of the mundane data-driven tasks that really just about anyone could do.
Yes,
Um, but at the same time, it's taking them away from sort of that higher value work.
exactly,
Um,
exactly. I think one of the best ways that I heard it described was about a logistics company, and some of those AI and self-driving vehicles that are out there now. So if we were to think about a logistics company that had 5 drivers and 5 trucks, we'd be looking over the next few years to actually turn those drivers into operators, and then
for sure.
essentially still have the same amount of people, so 5 operators instead of 5 drivers, and then have 25 trucks. Is that
Yeah,
is that kind of the
yeah, and
way
I
we'd be
think
looking at it?
I think that's honestly quite a good example of AI as a whole.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are worried about, oh, AI is going to come and replace me.
yeah,
They said no, AI is going to make you 5 times what you already are.
yes,
And if you can't use it, then the only thing that's going to replace you is someone who is proficient in using it and can
yes,
use it to their advantage. Because you know, used correctly, AI can do the work of multiple people at
yes,
one time, 24/7.
yeah,
In this case, fine, it's not AI turning those 5 drivers into 15 trucks.
yeah,
It is, you know, this sort of revolution in electronic vehicles and
yes.
self-driving
And
cars,
there's other way.
for sure.
Is
But
that
then even if you look at the internal processes of logistics,
yes,
there's so many invoices, so many order sheets, and this is something that AI could be really sort of beneficial.
absolutely.
Um, Sort of all these data-driven tasks, cross-referencing purchase orders and invoice sheets. So it's definitely an interesting place.
So it's that creative thought, isn't it? It's taking a step back as the business owner, and coming away from the day-to-day operations and thinking, right, if I was going to look to restructure my organization over the next few years, it's not just HR and recruitment that I need to think about that restructure anymore. It's actually my IT manager and actually looking at AI as resources. So the next steps, we say, okay, we've got these admin tasks. We'd like to see if we can automate pieces of these. How do they? And they come to us, come to ERGOS to start. But then we bring you in, and how does that sort of audit process look?
So I mean, already they're in a great place with you guys. They've got that sort of IT infrastructure that is safe, secure, and reliable.
Yeah.
So that's a fantastic place to start. But also taking the first steps into AI is scary. So I think, that passageway of coming through you guys and then the trust that we have built as a partnership is really great for them. And so then we would take these people on and we would run a sort of a business audit.
Yeah.
So we would look at all the internal processes.
Yes.
What systems are you using? Do they have API integration?
Yeah.
Can we make sure that everything can talk to each other and provide a really valuable AI solution? So it's really looking in depth at what they're doing and how a solution can fit into their existing sort of setup.
Brilliant. So it's an initial conversation with the business owner and some of the key members of the team, and then it's trying to actually scope out the objectives of what you're looking to do, and then onto an audit stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's crucial to have, in this audit phase, it's crucial to have someone who knows the ins and outs of the business, and that might require 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 team members.
Yes.
Because, there is no, AI is not fit for one job. There are so many purposes it can be applied to. So, you need the ins and outs of the entire business.
Yes.
It's not just someone who knows HR, it's not someone who just knows sales. We need, a collection of everyone that has that joint knowledge.
But it's not. So people shouldn't be scared of this. It's not people needing to know the technical about how it all works. It's more the process, isn't it?
Yeah, someone who understands the process of their business.
Yeah.
And then we can work with you to provide a really valuable solution.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, obviously, we need to know the ins and outs, and in order to get the most out of it.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I think this is incredibly valuable, and I think over the next 6 months, I think the SME market is really going to start to adopt AI because they need to see it. They can see it. Times are tough out there at the moment. Cost of living's up. Everybody knows that there's tight margins, and this is just a really good way of building a business's efficiency and productivity.
Absolutely, and that was one of our first goals when autoMEE was founded is, making affordable solutions for SMEs.
Yes.
Because, there are companies out there who are, taking advantage of a potentially naive market.
Yeah.
Who, aren't quite aware of what AI is, how much it even costs.
Yeah.
Right, and so, our mission has to be make that accessible to all business owners.
Absolutely, and I think for old people like me who remember the 90s and the dot-com bubble, I think it's very much a similar situation where people know it's powerful, but they haven't found the application for it now. And I think working with companies like ERGOS and like autoMEE is actually where the rubber meets the road.
100%.
It's where we can actually take the hype away and actually see what can we do today with AI.
Yeah, and I think that's, there's all this talk, and there's so much talk, especially, with the deep fakes and all of this. And, I think a lot of people are only hearing the negative side of AI.
Yeah.
When actually, when you're presented with the practical sort of real life use,
yes,
it's quite outstanding.
And I think that's where actually working together with your managed service provider like ERGOS and autoMEE, you actually get the best of both worlds, because we now understand a bit more about the cybersecurity around this. We know that it goes through your M365 tenancy. We know that we have to lock down the enterprise apps so that people only have the right access.
Yes.
We need to stop people bringing their personal licenses on, so that if they're bringing their own ChatGPT account, that's incredibly dangerous for the business. So you need to stop that.
For sure.
And make sure that they're using the right corporate licenses, so that all of this information actually stays within the business.
Yeah, and I think that's just one example of why a partnership like this is, really quite helpful, especially for your existing clients and potentially new clients, because having that safeguard around all of this is crucial, and it's only going to be positives.
Yes.
This is it's hard to see sort of the risk when you've got the safety net of you guys. And
no, absolutely. I'm really, really excited, and I think there's a load of good opportunities for businesses out there that are ready, or even just starting to think about these first few steps. This is the time to do it. Could you talk to us a little bit about some existing cases, maybe some of the other clients that you've worked with?
Sure, absolutely. So we worked with a company, a fish supplier. And I always think this is a really great example. They supply fish all over the south of England. And being in the sort of fishing industry, it's quite not tech resistant, but slow to adopt. And so previously they'd have hotels and restaurants phoning them overnight, and they would be phoning in for their orders for the next day. And this was obviously out of hours, so to have someone there picking up the phone, overnight is unreasonable. So they would come in the next morning and they would listen to all these voicemails.
Yeah.
It would take them an hour.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they would write it on a whiteboard.
Yeah, no,
spelling mistakes.
Yeah.
Miscommunication.
Yeah.
You name it. So we implemented a voice AI, and essentially this will pick up the phone out of hours, so taking inbound calls, and it will take the orders, log it into the supplier's database. They come in the next morning and it's all there in front of them. They can get straight on it. So that's already an hour saved every day. So productivity. And then on top of that, the AI even upsells. So for the daily deals, they will phone in, they'll be speaking to them, and they go, oh, just so you know, we have this offer today on prawns. So not only is their productivity and efficiency increased, their actual sales have been boosted because of this.
Yeah.
Because, over voicemail, no one's there to upsell, no one's there to, create that deal.
No.
So it was a fantastic solution, and so far it's been working really nicely.
No, that's a fantastic. And I think that really goes to underline what you said earlier about each business is unique and it has its own set of challenges.
Absolutely.
And because AI is included in everything now, it's the buzzword to sell every piece of software
100%.
out there. But actually working with a company like autoMEE, this is where it actually becomes valuable to your business, because you're actually working through your set of challenges, and it will become in the same way that you do an induction for an employee, but that employee doesn't need a holiday, won't leave.
Doesn't even need sleep.
It doesn't even need sleep. So it's the ultimate induction.
100%.
Yeah. No, that's really good.
Yeah. No, totally. And it's it's very, very exciting times.
Brilliant. That's great. Honestly, I really enjoyed working with you, and hopefully we'll, help a lot of businesses along the way.
Likewise. It's lots to look forward to.
Cheers, Ollie.
Thanks, Stuart.